same-sex marriage. Now you're for it. You defended President Obama's immigration policies. Now you say they're too harsh. You supported his trade deal dozens of times. You even called it the gold standard. Now suddenly last week you're against it. Will you say anything to get elected?
Well, actually, I have been very consistent over the course of my entire life. I have always fought for the same values and principles.
Do you think New York State should recognize gay marriage?
No.
No. Okay.
I believe that marriage is not just a bond, but a sacred bond between a man and a woman.
I have not supported same-sex marriage. I have supported civil partnerships and contractual relationships.
I support marriage for lesbian and gay couples. I support it personally and as a matter of policy and law.
So you're saying your opinion on gay marriage changed, or you changed your mind?
So just, I have to say, I think you are being very persistent, but you are playing with my words and playing with what is such an
I'm just trying to clarify
issue.
so I can understand.
No, I don't think you are trying to clarify. I think you're trying to say that, I used to be opposed and now I'm in favor and I did it for political reasons, and that's just flat wrong. So let me just state what I feel like you are implying and repudiate it. I have a strong record. I have a great commitment to this issue, and I am proud of what I've done and the progress we're making.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just want to clarify what I was saying. No, I was saying that you maybe really believe this all along, but, believed in gay marriage all along, but thought for political reasons America wasn't ready yet and you couldn't say it. That's what I was saying.
No, that is not true.
It really is great how long you've supported gay marriage. Yes. I could have supported it sooner. Well, you did it pretty soon. Could have been sooner. Fair point.
Part of Democratic Party headquarters, and it's called the Reboot Army. And what I'm going to be doing is raising money, something I'm not really against raising money. I mean, it's a practical reality, right? In order to get things done, we're gonna have to raise money to do them. I mean, so my idea is, and I've had this idea since I was canvassing for Obama, and I used to think, this motherfucker's making all kinds of money. But I walk around the neighborhood talking to people and handing out flyers and giving out, the signs and stuff, and I don't get paid a thing. And there's no way to get paid. I mean, I used to try to get hired, but, I mean, I have to say that's a Democratic establishment thing. Now, I know that the idea of volunteering is great, but what if they've been playing us all this time? I mean, they're making all kinds of money. They can't pay somebody, so here's my idea. We pay our soldiers $15 an hour to canvass for Reboot candidates. Tired of wearing your feet out for free? How about doing it for minimum wage instead? Our minimum wage. We're raising, and that's $15 an hour. We're raising money to pay people to get out there and promote our anti-establishment candidates. Need a job? Need some extra cash? Want to earn it fighting for a great cause? Check us out. So, I mean, I think that's awesome. And I'll run it. I know if you don't know who I am, you can't trust me. But the truth is you can trust me. I'm not going to make any money. I'll tell you what, I'll only make money if I'm doing this. I'll do, if I decide and, I'm not really healthy enough to do it, so I probably won't make any money, but every once in a while, if I want to make some money, I'll get out there and I'll walk and I'll talk, and I'll make $15 an hour. But I'm going to do the administration for free. I'm going to set up all the printing for people and arrange for all that, and arrange for all the people to go door to door. I've thought about this for a long time, and I think it's an idea whose time has come. You know, I don't know if Acorn, who we got screwed out of by the Republicans, but see that now they got government money. This isn't going to be run on government money. This is going to be run on contributions from, well, I guess if you contribute, you can consider yourself a part of the Reboot. The Reboot, if you don't know what it is well, Democratic Party headquarters is the home of the Reboot. And this is another site where we have Democratic Party headquarters Reboot candidates. And this is where I vet the candidates and make sure they're not bribed. And you know, I do the best I can to make sure they're not taking money from corporations and stuff. I don't think Tim Canova does. This is Kimberly Ellis. I mean, we'll be looking, and I'll be recruiting people. I'll tell you what, why don't we pay these people too? We'll pay people to go and vet these people, to dig into their finances. So I have Nina Turner, Kamala Sawant, Stephen Jaffe. Loves this guy. Talked to him on the phone the other day. He actually picks up the phone, like he says in an interview I saw where Real Progressives interviewed him. I like Real Progressives too. Okay, so anyway, it's part of Democratic Party headquarters, which I don't know where I suppose I can get there either. Easy enough, right? Find a link. So if you're not familiar with Democratic Party headquarters, you might want to go there and join. We're not Democrats. We are, but we're real Democrats. So we're not establishment Democrats. We have nothing to do with establishment Democrats. I mean, people go, I'm not having anything to do with the Democratic Party, get all over me. And I go, did you even look at the banner? It says, where the Democratic Party no longer accepts neoliberals, conservatives, or any other establishment types as members of the Democratic Party. There's a big sign right there, you know? No liberals or neoliberals not welcome. Conservatives not allowed. Okay, so this is the home of the Reboot. And now we're going to have the Reboot Army. Alright? So this is going to be this money. I will make sure. Look, I'm the only person I can trust. Okay? So I will run it from the top. The money that comes in will be spent just for paying people $15 an hour to stump, to canvass neighborhoods, to print up flyers. You know, obviously we're going to have managers to make sure the people who are actually doing the work on the ground do it. I mean, you have to have people to check up. You have to buy monographic laser printers. It will just print out in black and white. Can't afford color. Can't afford inkjet or anything like that. Believe me, that's just crazy. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been printing up my own stuff and delivering it because I didn't like a lot of the candidates, so I didn't like their materials. So I was stumping for burning, right, in 2015, 15, 16, we were already out there talking to people, making up our own t-shirts, using bleach to just bleach out Feel the Burn. I have the Feel the Burn t-shirts that I'm going to be continuing to, but I'm going to have a new t-shirt that has this on it. Maybe not the fine print, but the Reboot Democrat t-shirts. And, you know, we make them ourselves. We don't sell them. Just buy some t-shirts, make up cut out the design, and then put it on your t-shirt. I'm not going into the t-shirt business. I'm not going to sell them. If we do sell them, I'll get somebody to do it cheap, pay them $15 an hour. All this will work out, right? So I'm just making up this post, which this video will go on this post. It'll say, please join and post if this is something you would be willing to donate to. I will set up a way to do so when I figure out the best way to do so. Okay, so at some point I'll put a button on here that you can click on, and it'll go to a secure server, and it'll take your credit card information or give you an address to send a check, or however I figure out. I've never done this before, so I've never accepted money in any way from anybody for anything. I'm just kind of a nut job that way. But just like with the Reboot, I have to do something. You know, everybody gets on here and says, well, what can I do? Well, you can go to Reboot. You can go to Democratic Party headquarters and join up, and you can go join the DPHQ Reboot candidates and suggest candidates for us to, and now you can join the Reboot Army, and you can give money to help. I mean, you'll be helping in a lot of ways, huh? You'll be helping people who need to make money, and unlike me, if they're healthy enough to get out there, and I may try, but I've got a really bad knee right now. So it's a great cause, right? And it's going to help in a multitude of ways. It's going to put information, because I'll print up flyers with all kinds of links and stuff to our kind of stuff, and some messages to people saying, you know, telling them about the movement. And I just come up with that this morning. I'm going to call it, just like I call it the Reboot Army, I'm going to call it the movement. We're going to call this movement the movement. You know why? Because it deserves the name, the movement, because it is the movement. This is the movement that's been going on for thousands of years. People have been trying to throw off the yoke. You know, it's not communist revolution. It may be socialist in a lot of ways, but it's the movement of the people is what it is. And so I've been deep into it all my life. Now I'm deep into it on the internet, on Facebook, but I will expand that with this, because some of the money that this comes in for this will be spent on advertising for it, right? For us. So to turn it into something nationwide, something big, something bigger than just a Facebook group, I'm sure we'll end up having a site, and with any luck, we'll become the power in this country, and we'll take over this country, and we'll run it our way. I plan on incorporating our revolution, Justice Democrats, despite the fact that TYT, the Young Turks, have sold out to the Democratic establishment. If we can salvage people like Jimmy Dore and the Justice Democrats out of that, because no doubt they're not going to want to be any part of TYT after a while, one way or another. And real progressives and all these people out there, we're going to kind of back them, right? And back the candidates.
Just in July, New Hampshire, you told the crowd you, quote, take a backseat to no one when it comes to progressive values.
I take a backseat to no one when you look at my record in standing up and fighting for progressive values.
Last month in Ohio, you said you plead guilty to, quote, being kind of moderate and center. Do you change your political identity based on who you're talking to?
No, I think that, like most people that I know, I have a range of views, but they are rooted in my values and my experience.
You know, I get accused of being kind of moderate, center. I plead guilty.
Just for the record, are you a progressive or are you a moderate?
I'm a progressive.
Into the night.